Most aeroplane doors aren't locked. They have no keys, no sensors, no passcodes to secure them. And over 40 million flights each year on the globe, doors are virtually never opened. But why? The real answer lies on the altitude at which aeroplanes fly. Aeroplanes fly at an altitude of 30,000 feet, that is approximately 10 kilometers high in the sky. And why do they fly that far? Well, the matter of fact is one of the reasons could be for a smoother ride that is free from weather and turbulence to navigate. But no, we would like to inquire on the physics behind why the aeroplanes fly all that high. Well, if you're new here, my name is Ariel Seth. I started my YouTube channel recently and I share more fascinating physics and tech insights. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing.
Meanwhile, passengers on a Jetstar flight from Sydney to Melbourne have described a terrifying moment when a man opened the emergency exit door and forced his way off the plane. He walked along the aircraft's wing before being wrangled by ground staff on the tarmac.
Travelling on Jetstar flight JQ507 from Sydney to Melbourne, he forced his way off the plane moments after it had taxied to the terminals.
Exits can only be opened on the ground when the aircraft's depressurized, so there is no issue or concern for passengers airborne. The door's not going to open, everybody will be sucked out. For example,
But why do planes fly all that high? Well, as you go higher, the density of air decreases. And therefore, at a height of 30,000 feet, that is approximately 10 kilometers, the density of air is about a third of what it is at the sea level. That means flying at this altitude would require a plane to navigate only a third of the air molecules it would have navigated if it were closer to the ground. That means a plane can run faster for the same round of thrust, and as a result, you get to your destination very fast and thus burning less fuel. But let us first know how jet engines work. They work by compressing air and mixing it with fuel, thus igniting it, and the combustion products are ejected very fast out through the exhaust nozzle. Now, this process is easier when the air is cold. And therefore, at this height of 33,000, the external temperature is about negative 50 degrees Celsius, thus making the jet engines efficient at a higher altitude, since the external temperature at this point is always about negative 50 degrees Celsius. Thus, flying higher means burning less fuel for less time and reaching your destination very fast, and also the weather and the turbulence reason is associated. Well, you may now pose a question and say, well, during the climb and the descent, the plane takes a lot of fuel. Now, it was mathematically calculated that the plane takes 80 kilograms of fuel per minute as it is climbing up the sky, and it takes about 40 kilograms of fuel during the cruise and takes 10 kilograms of fuel per minute when it is descending. Now, the matter of fact is the 80 kilograms and the 10 kilograms that are spent during the climb and the descent is very negligible compared to if a plane flies at a very low altitude. Now, long ago, airplanes used to fly at a height of 3 kilometers, that is approximately 10,000 feet. And therefore, the air pressure at this point is about 15 kilopascals. That is exactly what humans can handle. After pressurization, airplanes started moving at a height of 30,000 feet, that is approximately 10 kilometers. And at this point, the air pressure is approximately a quarter of what it is at the sea level. That is approximately 26.4 kilopascals. The matter of fact is, the percentage of oxygen is still 21.0%, but the partial pressure of oxygen is about 5.5 kilopascals. That is 21% times the 26.4 kilopascals, thus bringing us to a 5.5 kilopascals. Now, with this pressure, air molecules can't force their way to the lungs. Therefore, the airplane cabins have to be pressurized in order to sustain the lives of the passengers. And thus, air is continuously brought into the cabin through the compressors at the compression stage of the jet engines, and thus maintaining a breathable air in the cabins. The pressure of this air is elevated to about 16 kilopascals, at which human lungs can handle. Now, what happened after the pressurization? The aeroplane doors were changed. Initially, aeroplane doors were opening from outside. Now, after pressurization, aeroplane doors were changed to start opening from inside with a shape of a plug. That way, the pressure inside the plane would push the door into its flame, thus making an airtight seal. Therefore, the pressure inside and the pressure outside are so strong and opposing each other that no one can manage to open the door. And it would require a force equivalent to 9,000 kilograms to open the door of the aeroplane. Now, after all that information, air transport remains as the most safest mode of transport ever compared to any other transport means. Despite of the high-profile nature of aeroplane accidents, air transport has the lowest rates of accidents per passenger mile traveled. They are incredibly rare compared to any other means of transport, for example, road transport. Aviation is highly regulated with stringent safety protocols on both passengers and pilots. Aircrafts undergo rigorous maintenance and pilots receive extensive training and regular evaluations. Aircrafts are also equipped with edge-cutting technologies to ensure maximum security. They are equipped with autopilot systems, weather monitoring tools, and collision avoidance systems. These technologies ensure maximum safety for passengers. Aircrafts and air control systems work in conjunction to reduce risks associated with flights, ensuring that planes operate in a very well-monitored environment. Now, if you have watched up to this point, you must be this guy who is interested in physics and tech ideas. I urge you to subscribe. There is a video I uploaded about the butterfly effect. If you would like to watch that video, it's right here. And the other video that I talked about the 6G network, please go and visit them. And thank you for watching. See you next time.